Hiya everyone, and hi to everyone that's watching this on the replay. Good afternoon everyone. Let me just fiddle with my lighting so that you get it right, and I shall be with you in 2 ticks. So we've got 2 books to flip through behind this one. I'm using the easel that was sent by my lovely friend Lou. So we've got this easel. It's a desktop easel, a wooden one. Hi everyone. And she also sent the Benny Blue by Christine Karen, which is lovely. Now, I thought I'd show you first, like, to see if this is a better setup, because you'll be able to see, maybe if I pull the camera down a tad, that, you know, if it will be better to see or if it might be harder. We'll have a go, but we're just going to fiddle with the light in a minute, and then I'll be with you in chat. I just want to get the lighting right. Hold on, everyone. Hi, everyone. Hiya, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. We've got people all over here. Hiya, everyone. So I'm just fiddling for a second to make sure that we've got the right lighting, because I can't do this if I have not pressed live. I have to wait. Oh, hiya, Robin. That's okay. I thought it might be easy to put it on. Hiya Beth. Hi, Loretta. Let me see. Who have we got? Loretta, Beth, Robin, Erin, Gracelyn, Randy, Ian, is it Janice? I don't want to get your name wrong. Hiya. So today we're going to be doing gnomes. This is the new release by Denise Klett, which I absolutely love. And hiya everyone, Gillian, Mandy, Sabrina, Desiree B, Desiree L. Hiya Lou, hi everyone. And then we've also got 2 flip throughs. One is going to be the new release, which was gifted by Louise Scoffin. Hiya everyone, hiya Pickle, Mandy, Autumn Fox, a huge hello. This is the new release by Christine Karen. I was absolutely over the moon with this. I want to give you a little look through this. And this literally just arrived. This is Julia, I think it's Julia Rivers, her name, but she goes by Forest Diver. And this is her new one called Peaceful Village of Dreams. But I wanted to see how that looks, because I'm using this in my spare time, but I also wanted to see if it boosted you up a bit or if I need to go down. But we'll do the flip throughs just on the map for now, and then we'll get on with everything. So I'm going to pull you down. Hi, Mum. Hi, Diana. Hi, everyone. Right, so we've got a few books here. Sorry about the glare. We have got a bit of a glare because I've got the daylight lamp. I'm going to try and get that to go, but we can't. Oh, okay. Right, so I wondered what it was, Beth. Yeah, because it says Forest Diver on there. However, sorry, everyone, I'm just going to put your chat a little bit bigger so I can see you all. Otherwise, I'm squinting. There we go. I can see you all now. Thank you. Yeah, I just did them because I thought you only see my nails. And I used to be a notorious nail biter. Hi, Helly. But I try not to bite them. They do break. I put on, this one's called Ocean. And then I just put, that's called Nice Package by Essie. And then I just put some little Diamantes on, just 1 there and then 3 down that now, you know. Hiya. Hi, Joey. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Sue. So if you go to the beginning of the chat, I have put a few group rules. Now, this isn't like a class. I've done it for protection of people. So I have put, just to refresh, the only live stream rules that I have is please no religion, politics or sexual content in chat. Anybody who is seen to do so will be asked to refrain. And if you're constantly asked, then you will be timed out. I think that's respectful to everyone in chat. It's just, all I ask is people be kind and respectful to all, but most of all that you enjoy. It's not a class. It's just to protect people in chat as well. And it's also, you know, it's a friendly community. I think everyone would agree. Hi, Laurie. I'm so sorry. I had a cracker before I came on. It's got stuck in my throat. Hi, Louise Nunn. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, everyone. I'm so sorry about my throat. I got my tea. So we're going to just do a flip through 2 books, and then we're going to get into our colouring from gnomes. Hi, Debbie. So hello everyone that's joining. We're on Tuesday, aren't we? Happy Tuesday. So next Tuesday we'll be doing a Halloween stream because Wednesday is Halloween. So today we're going to start the gnomes because I really want to get stuck into that book, and it's a new release, so we thought, you know, let's do something that's newly released and it's more relevant. Hi Katrina. Hi everyone. You're lurking while driving. Well, keep your eyes on the road. I don't want to cause any accidents. Hiya, Becca. So this first I want to get into because it is so cute. Hi, Elizabeth. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? This one is her new release, and if you've seen it floating around, Colour with Faithful Girl has done one out of here on her channel, which is our lovely Belinda. I think she did it with Copics. She's just recently done this one on her channel. So this is super cute. And she did a colour along, I think a speed colouring with Copics. So if you head on over to Colour with Faithful Girl, Belinda, she's done that on her channel, which, you know. So anyway, this come through the post as a complete surprise by Lou. And I didn't know who it's from at first. I'm thinking, scratching my head. I'm standing there thinking, there's no note in this. What's going on? So then I found a note after scratching my head for about half an hour. So I'll do your quick flip through. So this is a CreateSpace book, and it is by the lovely Christine Karen, who does grayscale as well as line art, but we know her for her grayscale, and her grayscale is very light. And then you've got an index page, and you've got 20 images of Benny Blue, and then you've got some bonus pages, which has got 1, 2, 3, 4. So Foxy Lady, Best Friend, Whimsy Fairy, Adeline, and Bird Christmas, and they're the bonus pages. Hi, Unicorn. Hi, everyone that's coming in. So it tells you what the actual images are called, but they also say it onto the image. So I won't go through that too much because it is on the images. So this tells you about Benny Blue and how Benny Blue was created. So Benny Blue is a reflection of this little bit of blue in all of us. He's a whimsical, kind-hearted, friendly, patient, fictional character with a caring nature. Benny Blue embraces the inner child in all of us and puts a smile on our faces through his everyday challenges and happenings. With his cuteness, Benny Blue encourages us to stay positive, keep trying, and to make healthy choices wherever we go. Benny Blue is a lovable bunny with a special place in our hearts. So I thought that's quite a cute little part to start with. Then you get into the grayscaled images, which I will zoom you in for. And there we go. So it starts off with Heart Pillow, and it's a very light grayscale, as most of her books are, or most of her images are, should I say. They are very lightly grayscaled, but you've got a heavier grayscale on the actual image. Yeah, he's a cutie. Thank you, Unicorn. And then this I'm totally in love with. Now, I'm not a massive Elvis fan, but I do like a couple of his songs, like, what is it, Andrew? American Trilogy and If I Can Dream. I love those two songs. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God. Look at him in his little Elvis suit. So he dresses up as Elvis. I'm like, okay, I love that. Then he's in a diner. So this one's called Diner. And he's eating a burger. He's got his juice, he's got his cupcake and his apples. So he's got all the bad food, but then he's got something good there as well. So it counteracts it. So yeah, we'll let him off for that one. Then an Easter egg. So that's perfect for your Easter. So if you wanted to get this and you only even wanted to colour one image out of it, there's no shame in that. You can get that for Easter. Then we've got Tangled. So it's tangled up in some ribbon from his parcel or his package birthday present. Hiya, Design. Then we've got Dandelions. So he's picked a bunch of dandelions for someone and they're all coming off and floating off. And the nice thing about this as well, if I'm talking really fast, I'm so sorry. Hiya, Becky. He's so cute, Desiree, isn't it? He is, yes, this book is on Amazon. It is on Amazon. So if you head on over to your Amazon, it's there. Nice thing about these as well is they've got a border. So you've got a contained border in there. That was the gift note from Lou, bless her. Hiya, Ray. Then we've got bird seed. So it's feeding little birds. It's got a little pack of bird seed there. I've got birds all over. Then you've got all you can eat. And he's chose a carrot. So Yeah, it's on Amazon UK, but you'll have to check on Amazon US. Thanks, Lou. So he's picked a carrot for the all you can eat. You know, he's cute. Then we got Statue of Liberty. So he's there, very patriotic of America. So if you're from the US, that one's a cute one to do on 4th of July, maybe. You can save that. That's a really good one to do on the 4th of July. Then we have Kiss the Cook. So he's cooking. He's got his carrots there on the side again, and you know, Kiss the Cook. He's got all lipstick kisses all over his face. So if I bring that up, you might be able to see that. He's got all these little lipsticks all over him, so you can do those. I know, Mum. So cute. Then he's gone to the beach. I'm like, oh my goodness. Hiya, Jerry. He's gone to the beach. He's got a rubber ring on him with some fish. I'm like, I'm dying of the cuteness on this one. Look at the little rubber ring and the little floating aids. Oh, bless him. I'm like, okay, that's just, I love this. Then he's got DIY, and because he's made such a pig's ear of it, he's got plasters all over him. So he's got plasters all over because he's made a pig's ear of this birdhouse. Look. And he's got his hammer and nails. I don't think that bird's quite impressed with him, but I just loved it. I loved it. I sat there. I've got a story to every single thing I look at. I'm just terrible for that. And then he's got his sports day. So he's got everything. He's obviously multi-talented. So he's got a football. He's got another football. He's got a tennis ball, a racket, a hockey stick, a baseball bat, a rugby ball. He's got everything in there. So, you know, he's a multi-talented little bunny. Then we got missing socks. So he is surrounded by socks. So I'm going to gather and guess by this that you'll want to colour those two different colours all together. This is one for you, Pickle. You don't like matching socks. You can do that in different colours. It's so cute. Then we've got Get Well Soon. And you could do this and gift this to someone. Take care, Elizabeth. I hope everything goes okay. This one is, you know, for someone that's not feeling too well. You could colour this, cut it out and make a card, or even just send it as a page. This one is reading, so it couldn't have been that much of an interesting book because he's falling asleep. Look, so I'm sitting under his reading light. He's got his little book, you know, and he's got his odd socks on. There you go, Pickle, another one. Then this one's called Stormy Day Cat. So he's got the umbrella's gone upside down. He's got the little cat. Raining. As I said, if you head on over to Belinda's channel, which is Colour with Faithful Girl, she has done this one. Then this is one of my favourites. This is a Halloween one. It's got his Halloween trick-or-treat costume, which is Bat Bunny. So it's a bunny but a bat. And then he's got his little trick-or-treat pumpkin where you put all the sweets in. So that's quite a cute one, simple one, but you can create a background with that. Then we've got Moon and Stars, which is very cute for if you've got a child, a young child, and you want to do this and put it up in their nursery. That would be a good one as well. Then we get into, I do believe, if you bear with me, that, no, this is one more. So Christmas Star, you can't really see Benny, but that is Benny. That's Benny Blue. So it's the behind where his little cat is looking up at the stars and it's Christmas time. So that's quite a festive one. Then we get into the bonus pages. These aren't Benny Blue. These are bonus pages, which I'm guessing this is a new character by Christine. And this is Foxy Lady. So it's got that, when we call someone a foxy lady, that's quite apt, you know, got the eyelashes batting and you got the little mirror making like a vanity thing and, you know, just very cute. Then we've seen this one, and this is Best Friend, which I actually have in PDF anyway, which is beautiful. I absolutely love that. As the next one is also a PDF on her store over at Christine Karen on Etsy. So that one is Whimsy Fairy Adeline, and that one is also over on her store. Then we have another festive type wintry themed one here, which is Bird Christmas. So you got an owl, and I'm guessing these are other birds. Like they look similar to bald canaries to me, but they're like a canary more so. Bald canaries, that one does look. But yeah, that's more of, you know, that is more of a sort of festive theme. And that is it. So Christine Karen, it tells you a little bit on the back about her. So she's a Canadian illustrator and painter. She's originally from Estonia and Germany, and she's been painting and drawing since she was a small child. So she was called an artist before she even knew what it meant. So it tells you a good little thing about and what other books are out there for her. So this is on Amazon UK. So you're going to have a look. But if you go on over to her Etsy, that's what I'm searching for. If you go over to her Etsy, which is the same name, Christine Karen, you will find more information. She might have this in PDF. Hi, Ashley. Then this came out yesterday, I believe. So I grabbed it so I could do a flip through on the channel. This is a new one by Julia Rivers, and it is also, it says at the bottom, you might know it by Forest Diver. And this is a new release, and it's called Peaceful Village of Dreams. So I grabbed this so that, one, I could do a flip on the channel, and actually it's pretty cute. So you've got pages that are landscape, portrait, both ways, and it is quite intricate. So you've got a village, obviously it's based on a village, hence the name, and you've got quite a lot going on in here. So if you like things with small bits and intricate types of patterns, then you probably will like this. Even if, I mean, it's pretty cheap. Yes, Tilly, we hear you. Then we go into the book. So you've got more of a look into this particular little village that we've got, Peaceful Village, and you've got like a lumberjack type guy. So this is brand new. The create space again, and you've got black backing if you use markers, and you've got this cute little mouse. You know, it just goes through the little village more or less. Hiya, Teresa. Yeah, I know, right? Hiya, Grace. Hi, everyone. Okay, so we go back to this one. So it's just like a little walk through this particular village of where her world has come from. It's quite whimsical, and yeah, it's like a lizard dinosaur, isn't it? And her images are pretty repetitive in the in the content of what they are, but for what they are, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I mean, they are so reasonably well priced, and you can't really complain for the price, can you? So then we go into this one. I mean, this is like a horse and carriage, but it's a caterpillar and carriage type thing. So I thought it would be a great thing to just grab this and do a flip through on the channel. You know, if you've not seen it, then it will be good to see it first time. So they go, as I said, they're portrait and landscape. They are create space, and they have black backing on them. So if you're a marker user, you won't see the markers come through. He is adorable. Hiya, Kathy Norman. Okay, so then we've got another cute type whimsical drawing. Again, it's very repetitive in the way of, it's like in the middle of a forest, and it's this little tiny village belonging to these animals. Thank you, Erin. Yeah, it is Life Mix. It is. We're going to be doing that in a moment. I'm just doing a quick flip through, and then we're going to be heading into gnomes. And then we've got this little teapot, which I quite like. I like this in books, you know, because it is very, very whimsical, and it's so far off what we have in our own lives. Hi, Andrea. These streams are no good for your purses or your wallets, are they? So this is another one. It's got the market that way, the library that way, and you've got a little castle type thing with a little guard at the bottom. You know, they are V, colouring with V. She does great things with the Julia Rivers books. So we're heading back onto this way. I don't know what that creature is, but he is really got quite a lot of imagination put into him. I like that one. Yeah, it's only cheap. It's really cheap. I got this yesterday for £3.49, so I got me and Mum one. And I thought even if I don't colour it in, I could always do it as a giveaway after, you know. But I wanted to do a flip through on the channel, so I got it. Hold on, guys. Yeah, same price, because we're about 50p down. We call it pence. You got cents. It's the same. Where, you know, that price is exactly the same as what we are here. So it's really reasonably priced. Hi, Linda. Anyone that's joined and I've not said hello, thank you for coming on over. Thank you for joining us today. So we're just doing a quick flip through, and we're going to be doing Gnomes in the Neighbourhood by Denise Collette. So we're going to be doing that in a moment. I did do a few live stream roles. They're not. It's not a class or anything. It was just what we, you know, don't like, which is the politics, the religion, and the sexual content. But everything else, just be nice. That was all it was. So I put that in the beginning of the live stream just to clear that up. Hi, Amanda. I know. It's really dropped, Erin. Really dropped. It used to be so strong against the dollar. Not anymore. Not anymore. That changed a while back. A couple of years ago. Katrina, the name of this book is Peaceful Village of Dreams by Forrest Diver or Julia Rivers. Either one, it will come up. Oh, we're still on that side. Thanks, Erin. Erin's just popped the link in there for those of you that would like to go and pop over onto it. Hiya, Jen. How are you doing? We're just doing a quick flip of the Peaceful Village of Dreams. Hi, Kenny. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I know, Kathy. That is true. So, as I said, these are really quite cute, very reasonably priced. If you want this book, head on over to Amazon. It is now up. Hi, Penny. And then he's going to take the mushrooms down by the looks of it, even though I never knew that mushrooms were wooden. But according to this, they are. Because if you look, it's like a wooden trunk. Although, we've got obviously mushroom trees. So, that is that. I love this one. I looked at this on there when it came through the door, just on a quick flip. I didn't flip through it properly. I just had a quick flip as it come through. Come through 10 minutes before I came on stream. And this one particularly appealed to me. It's really, really nice. And then, oh, back to a little mansion, it looks like, with a mouse with a beard that's plaited in 3 ways. You've got to love these silly little things in them. So yeah, it's worth the money. It really is. And if you don't mind CreateSpace paper, hi May. If you don't mind CreateSpace paper, then you know you won't have a problem with it. You can always take the book apart and copy it onto better paper if you want to. Then feel free. But I don't mind working from these books. Hi Leah. Hi everyone that's coming in. And I think we've got, nope, that's it. And then at the back, it's just what other books that this Forrest Diver has, and that's it. So that was a flip through of Peaceful Village of Dreams and Benny Blue. The Peaceful Village of Dreams is by Forrest Diver, which is also Julia Rivers, and Benny Blue Grayscale Colouring Book is by Christine Karen. So those two, if you missed them, they're at the beginning of the stream for the first 20 minutes. I flipped through those. Now we're going to see what we can do with our gnomes, because it's such an adorable book that I feel like we need to do one out of here. So that's where I'm going to head to now. So I'm just going to zoom you out for a moment. There we are. Oh, Amanda, I know. Yes, guys, I know that feeling. So, hi anyone that's come in. I am in my free time. I just wanted to quickly show you. I'm working on Serene, which is this one, and I'm using the Spectrum Noir. Let me just quickly show you this. So I'm using the Spectrum Noir on some parts just to show you, because I'm trying to get used to the blending of them and the colours of them, etc. Hi, Louise. So just wanted to show you the Spectrum Noir markers, the alcohol markers, how well that they blend, because we only did a test stream on them and we're going to use them as the streams go on. But I wanted to get a good little feel for them on how they work. So I've done this part here in the Spectrum Noir only, no pencils. So if you look at the back, you'll see the difference in the colours. They go from a dark to a light. So they really, yeah, thank you. I was trying to stick to a minimal sort of an autumnal palette. So I wanted to try just a Spectrum Noir and nothing else. No, no pencils, no nothing. Because that's the whole point in having, thank you, Jen. That's the whole point in having the Spectrum Noirs, is that they do blend and that you won't necessarily need to use another medium. They do bleed notoriously through, as I said, because if I'll show you, can you see all that as well? There's two colours, there's two pinks, and that's also the Spectrum Noirs. So I'm going to head on down to there as well. And as you can see by, I'll keep it still. As you can see by this part, there's a difference between one pink to the next. And when you head to the back of it, you can see the difference. Forget these were done as straight. These were done as a mixture. So trying to see how things have, you know, blended out. So I wanted to just quickly show you that that is possible. You can do this without any pencil, and this will be something that's coming up very soon on how to use the Spectrum Noirs and doing a picture with them. We might incorporate some pencil, but we'll do parts and incorporate the Spectrum Noir markers without any kind of medium that you have to stick on top of it. And you just bought Benny Blue, Jerry. I'm not responsible for that one. But you're welcome. So I'm doing this at the moment. I've just got to do the bottom bit, but we're going to do that very, very soon. And you'll get to see how the Spectrum Noirs blend on a, you know, just on paper alone without pencils. So that's what we're going to be doing. And don't forget, everyone, I have put it over on the Instagram page. Don't forget, in November, we have a colour along going on, which will be not on the channel, just it will be subscriber and channel buddy colour, which will be this one. It's going to be hashtagged, but you can get a little head start. It's going to be hashtagged as Buddy Serene November, and the image is called Velour. So we're going to be doing that. Hi, Faithful. How are you doing? I'm so sorry. I had a cracker. It seems to be stuck. For a while now, I can't get them to do that. Honestly, Grayson, we're going to do it on the channel. It is, oh, it was just like a revelation. I sat there with them and I was like, oh, they can do all these cool things that I never knew about. You know, I loved it. So I was going to do either this one, because I absolutely love this image, or if I wanted to give myself a lot to do, I was going to go for something quite tropical. Which was going to be this one with the tiki mask and little island. My stomach is making so much noises. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But I quite like the selfies, the two girls taking the selfie, because it's so apt for like this sort of time. And I thought, do I want to do that, or do I want to do a more of a busy page? Oh, I don't know. The busy page is kind of saying colour me. Because it's got the tiki heart, it's got coconut bra. The coconut bra is just, I don't know, they just give me a giggle. Right, so I'm going to just zoom you in a minute so you can see more detail. So this was kind of, hold on. Let's turn this up a little. Just making sure that it doesn't wash out. Debbie, you asking about the Crayola Super Tips? They are great. They do streak. Hi, Elaine. They do streak. So if you're getting them, just be aware that they do streak, and they're not like an alcohol marker. However, they won't go through the page unless you keep going with your layers with a water-based marker. but they do streak. That's the only thing. I know, the coconut. You got to laugh at the coconut, but they are so cheap, and I do like them. I don't use them as much as some people do. Dee Dee uses them a lot. Quite a few streamers use them a lot, but they're cheap and they're something to have if you are okay to buy them. So I think I might go for this one, everyone. But our gnome's tiny, so I'm going to use, I think we might use the easel to prop it up a bit. If I was you, I'd give them a go. You know, when it's a budget supply, I'll pretty much give anything a go. Hiya, Dar, how are you? Because it's not a huge investment, whereas something like the luminance, you're gonna make them work, aren't you? Because they cost a lot. So you're like, you are gonna work whether you like it or not, kind of thing. But when it's something that's really, really cheap, it's worth trying. So I might just put you on this for a minute. Okay, let's grab our, I'm gonna use Prismas today. And exactly, if after a while you're not that keen on them, then you can either pass them on, or you know, they can just be there and it won't be a tragedy that they don't get used. But it's hard. You can always buy a smaller pack, which are really inexpensive, and give those a go. Okay, I think I'll start with Tiki Mark, which is this over here. I think they're called Tiki. I don't know what they, yeah, I think I'll start with that. So I'm going to head to get some, I need a bit of paper. So I've got to get my colours out. If you bear with me. I thought they were Tiki. I'm just going to get a bit of paper, and I'm going to just test out some colours beside me here. And I want lightish colours to start with, so I might go for, yeah, exactly. It is good for underpainting, but just beware they do streak. And you know, if you wasn't into that and you don't want to use them for an undercoat for something, and then you want to go with pencils after, it's totally up to you, but they're really worth a go. They really are. Okay, so I've just grabbed Eggshell as an under base and light umber, and then I've got dark umber there as well. Yep, I like that. Burnt ochre maybe. Yep. So these are all woody colours. So at the moment, I have got dark umber, which is 947. I've got light umber, which is 941. I've got burnt ochre, which is 943. And I have an undercoating, which I'm going to use, which is Eggshell in PC140. Oh my, I've got like a hiccup stuck in my throat there. So I need also, that's okay, May. Hi, Francis. How are you, dear? I hope you are well. Okay, we're going to grab black. So we're just going to head into this one here, I think, to start with. I'm also going to keep my bit of paper beside me, which is just if I need to test colours. And then I also need, which I'm not prepared for whatsoever in the slightest, I'm going to grab some paper to stick underneath. And although there's going to be no bleed through, it just stops any indent behind onto the image behind. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right, thanks, Francis. I'm happy to have you here. Okay, so I'm just going to sharpen these. This is the swordfish sharpener. And I'm going to just go right on in there, because this is going to take a while, this page, because there's a lot of detail. But we'll try and get as much done as possible. So first of all, I'm putting down Eggshell, which is 140. And I'm not going to worry too much about shading. I'm just going to put this down as my undercoating. It will give, when I want to have like some shadowing and some light areas, it will give a little bit more of a colour underneath, but not a white space. So I generally use Eggshell, or if I want a bit more of a yellowed, I can sometimes use cream under wood, which is what I usually do go for. It goes really well with doing browns and wood type colours. Eggshell has got a really nice undercoat. Really, really nice. So I'm just going on all these parts that I'm going to be doing in these browns as my undercoat only. It doesn't need to be a huge amount. If I need to tilt the book at any time, we now have an easel, so we can try that. And we will just jump on in there and we'll talk you through what I'm doing. So I'm just covering the entire area. I'm not doing any special shading yet. I'm not doing anything special at all. I'm just putting just a base coat down. And that just enables and allows that there will be just an even coat. So we'll go for this first and we'll do different browns so that it stands out, but it just gets an undercoating down. And remember, if there's anything aimed at me, to catch my eye in the corner because you're over on the other side on the computer, just put it in capitals and it should catch my eye. And I will be happy to answer anything, and I'll also be joining in conversation as well. You organise. What kind of stamps do you collect then, Erin? One's from, is it special stamps or is it a collection thing that you've got going on? Hiya, Christina. Yeah, I'm all right. How are you? Okay, so we're just literally putting down an even base. Now I'm going to pick up, I don't have my pencils rolling away from me. Now I'm going to pick up the colour Light Umber. I'm going to bring you down a little bit. And I'm also going to bring in, hold on everyone, I'm going to bring down my light so you can see a bit better. There we go. Have a good day, Beth. I used to do gymnastics, believe it or not. Have fun. I'm glad to hear it's a low pain day, Christina. That's what I like to hear. Okay, so Light Umber. Now, I know it's, you know, for the most part, we've got all these little sections that will take you forever and a day. So I'm just going in lightly into the corners and I'm just going to shade and fade. Shade and fade. Oh, Debbie, it is wonderful. It's a wonderful book. Okay, so just same applies on this side. And I'm just going to shade this into the middle and then fade out. So have you got any new stuff coming? Anyone that's excited for some new bits that you got on the way or new releases? Did you see that Hannah Carlson's got one coming out next spring as well as Maria Troll? So there is books on the horizon, but they might be a little while. That's okay. Hi, Kimberly. Okay. So again, I'm still with my Light Umber 941 and I'm going quite medium pressured. And I'm sort of going from each edge and bringing that into the middle because we're going to bring the other browns in to have a difference in colour. You got Geomorphia. What do you think of that, Rebecca? Yeah, 2 in the spring, Robin. Oh, you got World of Flowers coming today. Ours is not coming out yet. You wait for the reprint, Francis. Did you not get that the first time then? Because you got Sagor, haven't you, coming out? Oh, no. Leah. Oh, nice, Robin. That'll be a nice little haul when you get those two. I wasn't sure, I'll be honest. I wasn't sure about World of Flowers. And then I saw... Well, first of all, I saw Joanna Basford live flip. And I thought, this is actually beautiful. And then I watched Colour with Claire's review, which is over on her channel if you've not seen it. And it is absolutely beautiful. And I can't fault her on that at all. 1 second, is a reprint? It's not out yet, Desiree. I'll let you know when I see when it comes out. Coleridge World Free, Katrina Nice. You've got the original 22 Chameleon and the top 22. Oh, the 20 colour top's being delivered. Louise, you're going to have so much fun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it will take a while. Yeah, I think quite a few people. So as soon as I find out when it's out, I'll let everyone know on stream. and I will inform you that it's up for sale, but you probably would have found out by then. But the World of Flowers, I must admit, I was completely sold after watching the flip throughs, and that's not through needing every book or anything like that. That's just because I appreciate the amount of work, effort, and actually the beauty of the book. And it is stunning. It is stunning. I can't fault her on that. So on this middle part, I'm just going to bring in some of that colour that we've got, which is the light umber. I've not changed. And I'm just going to fade some into the middle, but not too much. It's just going to just a little bit. And the same applies. I'm not getting my other colours mixed in yet. Same applies with all of the parts that I'm doing with this underbase of Eggshell. So the light umber is just going to go on top, and we're just going to shade this in. This will be a longer, lengthy page to colour. I will just put that out there now. Because it's got small details, and I'm doing it all with Prismacolor pencils. And the thing is, this is a live stream and it is live colouring, and therefore things are not so quick. You know, if you've got a speed colouring video, then that will be a lot quicker. But if you're watching something live, the process is actually long. Looking forward to getting the World of Flowers colouring. Yeah, it is. I mean, I haven't coloured something of hers for a while, but yeah. I think it's here. I'll have to go for a while, but hopefully not. You go and have fun, Desiree. Rebecca, I wanted Jim offer to experiment with my pencils and markers. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It can be a experimental book. I got it. I'm in two minds over it, but then again, there are a couple of images in it that I am, you know, happy with. But it's taste. What I like. What what I like, what someone else likes are two different things altogether. So I'd never say to someone, oh, it's bad. I don't like doing that, because what I like and what you like might be complete polar opposites. So everyone's got their opinion. It's the same with supplies. You know, I don't like to say what I think is best. I can tell you what my opinion is, but it might not be the same. Oh, Ray, you got yours today. Nice. I don't know when ours is out. Is it the end of the month? Okay, so I'm still going with light umber on the underneath, and I'm just going to bring that shading into underneath his tongue. So we'll start off with this little fella here, which is our Tiki mask with straw hair. And we'll get colours going down on this. And the Prismacolors are really versatile on this paper. So this paper is thick. I don't know the exact weight of it, but it's a thicker paper. Yeah, same here. Same here. I like probably 2 or 3 images from Geomorphia. But that's just my personal opinion, as I said. And I think it would be really good to try your Neos and stuff out on, and then get in there with your pencils after. So for that, but then saying that, I've seen a couple of images done from it, and it changes it altogether. So it's really, really hard to know. Okay, now I've got that first 2 colours down. I'm going to bring in a little bit of burnt ochre. I don't want too much of this. It has got more of a reddy tinge to it. So I'm coming to the edges of the light umber, and I'm just bringing in some of that colour into the middle and fading that out also. So it gives a bit of a reddy hint and tint to it. Yeah, I'm the same. I'm the same. I think most people were, and I just think it's because it doesn't coincide with his recent works, does it? But that being said, it doesn't give anything too much about Kirby, because we know Kirby as a different artist altogether. So it just shows you, when publishing demands come through, how much they have to sort of adapt, you know, their style. And that's okay, right? You know, that's what I say. We've all got completely different tastes, and what works for one doesn't work for other. Hi, Di. So we're just bringing in, as I said, the burnt ochre 943. We are using Prismas. I'm just bringing that into the middle. So I'm not going all the way to the ends. I'm just coming into the middle And we're going to bring some more in a moment of the eggshell into that middle part with it. But we'll leave that till last. So I just wanted a ready hint, or I say hint and tint of that in there. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because there's like a point where you think that the artist should have creative control over things, and being that it's their art, their name, and their, you know, reputation on the line, isn't it? Still sticking with that on the edges, and I'm just fading that out. But I don't like to give bad reviews or bad you know, words about things, because it's a disappointment to me, but it might not be a disappointment to the next person. And that's the same when people say to me, oh, you know, about pencils, what one should I get? And I'm like, oh, what do you like? It's hard, you know. I can say the Prismacolors are the most amazing pencil in the world, but you might not get on with them. So it's really hard. It's really hard to say. Hint and tint. Yeah, that's right. Hint and tint. Okay, now I'm going to get my darkest colour, which will be Dark Umber 947. And this will go as just, you know, where I want our heavier browns to be. So I'm literally just going under these eye parts here. They will be dark as well. And I'm just I'm just plonking it in there. It's just so that it darkens it up a bit, and also underneath this little part here. So this will be the dark area. Thing is, you can plan out where you want your dark and lights to go, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I'm just doing it on my sort of how I'm going to have it on my picture, that's all. And there's no written rule for any colouring, just have fun with it. It doesn't matter if you have markers, it doesn't matter if you have watercolours, as long as you have fun with it, that's the main thing. Yeah, see, Erin, you didn't. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, we're trying something out. The open stock is there, isn't it? And that's the great thing about open stock, is that you can try. You can get a couple of singles, literally 2 or 3 that you can layer and have a go. And once you've had a go, you can determine whether you would like to invest in a full set or not. It's not everything you might not get on with. You might be a Polychromos user and not a Prismacolor user, and that's fine. There's no shame in that. There's so many things out there to try, guys. Like, you don't have to stick to one or the other. You can have a little experiment and have a go. And there's no shame in saying, no, it's not for me. Dye we are using, hold on. We're using Gnomes in the Neighbourhood by Denise, where are we? There, Denise Klett. So we're just, it's a new release. It came out last week, hence why I'm doing it today, because I'm totally in love with these little characters. I don't know if anyone else is the same. So this came in the post. This was by Desiree. She gifted a voucher, and I thought, okay, I'm going to use it for the channel. So I used it for the Distress inks, which I'm going to do a colouring haul very, very shortly. The Distress inks, this Wee Wickeds and the Pentel hybrids. So when this came through, I looked through and I was immediately in love with these gnomes, because they really do have a character to them. I mean, look at the coconut bra. That says it all. So you flip through this, and you can make this into a children's adaptation, you know, and it would be really enjoyable. Like, in terms of a TV show, it would be amazing. Oh, it's the new book. Yeah. I'm still with my Dark Umber, guys. I've not changed. Yeah, so he's got a new book coming out, but it's a mixture of his art, isn't it, from the books that he's already previously released, I believe. Yeah. So it's a mixture of things. So, you know, a little collection, like an anthology type So like if you had an anthology and it's got previous records on, like say for instance greatest hits, so we'll call it his greatest hits. So it's a little, just a little collection of his art from previous books that he's got, and that's what's coming out. Okay, just going to now grab on back to my eggshell, which is going to be for the middle, and I'll just keep the highlight, and then that's just for the highlighted areas only. It sounds like a song. Yeah. I've got my own way of describing things. But just grab my burnt ochre again, which is 943, and then I'm going to use that for the top. So I'm not putting too much in, I'm just dropping some in. And I'm just going to keep with those colours. So that's kind of the colours that I'm going to have for that. I have them already. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so now on this part, I'm going to get my burnt ochre, and I'm going to put, because this has got like a reddish tint, do you see? So it's a really nice colour, and I'm going to just, in circular motions, shade to the middle. So you're going from like a heavier pressure to a lighter pressure. So I'm going to do that on here. So keep with the same method. So you're just fading out as you're coming to there. Hi Leonie, I'm well. How are you? I'm well. Thank you for asking. I've still got Andrew at home. That's why I'm not about too much at the moment. He started some new medication and he's not feeling too good. And he had, you know, the blood clots clinic. And so I've got him at home at the moment. So I'm not really around in my free time. But yeah, I'm okay. Okay, so I'm just bringing that same method into the middle. And then on the other side, symmetrical kind of colouring. So you're going to go from medium to light to more or less not touching the page, and that just leaves the middle part of it. Oh, thank you, Erin. God, you're on the ball, girl. You're on the ball today. Okay, and then with this, I'm going to go, I'm pressing quite firm here into the middle. And then I think I'm going to keep the sides as, 1 minute, I'm just trying to plan this. So sides is going to be where I want the colour to be most visible. And then the middle part is just going to be lighter pressure. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it'll get there. It's a process, isn't it? I'm just going to have a sip of tea. Today's mug is, I don't know if you can see, Tigger. I'm a sucker for a Disney mug. A sucker. Okay. Yes, I can't ask my tea fairy to do much today, bless him, because he's on the sofa here with me at the moment. Not feeling too good. All right, so saying what I'm going to do. This is just the first base colour down. The nostrils, they're quite long nostrils. They're going to be just black. We'll just do those black. We don't need to do those any fancy colours. And then again with the middle, just keep that as your lighter area. Hi, Joshua. Thank you, dear. Welcome over from over the pond. What part of the US are you from, Joshua? You guys have got a huge country over there. Humongous. You say, oh, we fly over to this state. And I say, well, how long's your flight? And you say, 4-hour flight to get from one bit to another of America. And I'm sitting there thinking, oh my, it takes us 4 hours to get to Greece from the UK, you know. Your country's huge. Huge. I'm like, wow. Do you get air miles over there for flying so much? And then the same with these lips. I'm going to just keep with this woodeny type colour. And I'm going to just bring into the middle of the light, just let less pressure into this part here. So as I said, I've not changed from burnt ochre. Burnt ochre we're still with. Robin, yeah, you can. It will come up that I have to just press hide or view. So you can do it if I approve it. I can, yeah, if I just approve it. Wow, is it? Yeah, as long as I press, it comes up, Robin, and I just press OK. So you can do it as well. I'm pretty laid back. As I said, the only things is there just a few live stream rules that's at the beginning of the chat. For those of watching, you'll see it. That's all. So how big is Canada then, Francis, to fly from one part to the other? That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to leave that a minute. So I'm going to grab dark umber. Yeah. PC 947. And I'm not doing it into all of the areas. I'm just doing it onto the parts where I want my darkest areas to be. And that's all it's repetitive of what I say. I have dark areas, light areas, and I just kind of go by eye on what I would like or where I would like them to go. That's okay, Joshua. Don't apologise. Nothing to apologise for. Have you got coffee in your system? Grab on that coffee. Grab the coffee. And then you'll be all right after that. Okay, so this is still dark umber. I've not changed. We'll grab the black after, but we don't need it for now. So dark umber is just on that area there. And the same as into the middle. All right, so we've got the mask going. I'm going to get my black, and the nostrils I'm not going to muck around with too much. They just need to be one colour because it's darker anyway. And then underneath, I'm just going to shadow that a little bit with some black. We don't need a huge amount there as well. So it's just going with light and dark. And you'll find that as you go through your colouring journey yourselves. If that's one thing that you struggle with, putting shadows where light and dark goes, you don't have to worry about it. It's not something you have to worry about, but it's something that you want to learn as you go and you'll pick it up. You want to do 8 things and you can't settle on one. See, 6 hours would get us to Egypt, Francis. That's a 6-hour flight over to Egypt from London. You know what I mean? It's crazy to think one country is that big to me, because the UK is teeny tiny on a map. Hi, Sharon. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in back to our light umber 941. And I'm going to bring that into the underneath of this little floral wreath of like a crown. So first of all, light, and now I'm going to start planning where I want that to go. So underneath the flowers might be a bit darker. So it's just finding out where you want your light sources to come from, really. And with shading, that's all I kind of think about in terms of where do I want dark parts, light parts, where would I like to put them? Do I want a light source coming from somewhere? Do I want light and dark? Do I want to keep it straight? Do I want to just straight color it? Do I want to, just loads of things run through my head, and I'm thinking, no, I know kind of where I want to put that. But as I said, there's no rules. There's no rules. You color exactly how you would like to. But it's just little tips, I get asked quite often, and I just say, genuinely, there is just places where I look, and that's how I plan. Hi, Bunny. So I'm just reading chat. Joshua's pouring down where you are. Yes, it's been a bit colder here recently. Like yesterday was freezing. I was not impressed by that. Okay, Black 935. I moan so much in the summer about the heat. Wow, I do. I know I do. And I become annoying. And then I say, oh, you know, I take the cold weather any day. The cold comes and my bones hate it. My pain hates it. My bones hate it. My arthritis in my back hates it. And my joints hate it because they're all grinding. It's not friendly. And then I moan about that as well. So I'm like, oh, you just can't win. Thanks, Katrina. Yeah. Oh, Debbie. Yeah, of course, you're in London as well. It is, isn't it? But it was colder yesterday, wasn't it, Debbie? I was freezing last night. The heating was on, and then I was. Leah, oh no, you can keep that. Okay, I got eggshell 140. Now you can have that. Where are you, Leah? In the US? This as well. You know, it's just crazy to think how different we all are. Yeah, I did, Teresa. The heating was on full whack. Yeah, we do love a moan about. A good moan about the weather is what British like. Ah, Sharon, you've stole it. You stole it. Okay, so his tongue, I think I'm going to keep that quite light. Okay, so his teeth, I'm going to go in with the eggshell in 140. I'm just going to put an even coat over that. There's no point shading with this because they're going to be wooden as well. Yeah, most Brits, guys, that you've come across in life. Leo, no way. Hold on. That's throwing me off course. Hold on a minute. So you have snow predicted in the UK. Where the hell have I been? Is that just, I've been living in a bubble. I'm pretty sure I've been living in a bubble. Who knew this information? I did not. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it pinky. Okay, so I want him as, I want these as wooden teeth. And I want these as wooden eye lids and under eyes. They're like huge. So I'm going to do these as wooden as well. And then I'll do a pinky tongue. Leah, I've been in a bubble. Where have I been? We can have a white Halloween. Oh, it can keep that. That's why it went freezing last night. I'm not coming to Birmingham anytime soon. No way. you can have that. Oh my, where Fliss and Leah. Right. Seriously. I live, you know, I live in the UK. Where in the hell have I been? I did not know this. It just shows you I've not been online much in terms of looking. Okay, light umber 941. I've got a friend that lives in Birmingham. And yeah, I did not know this. Honestly. No, where the hell have we been? No, seriously, I'm like, okay, you can keep that. If I look out the window tomorrow and I see snow, or Friday, I see snow, I'm hibernating. I'm not going out. Okay, so I'm putting this light umber 941 down. Yeah, I'm hibernating. Yes, Debbie, yes you do. Yeah. That's about all I've been on Messenger. I haven't been on anything else. And Instagram. But I've not been on you. As I said, Andrew's still home. So I've not really been around. So if you haven't seen me floating around, you know why. I'm just going to grab, in a minute, I'm just going to grab my juice because my tea's gone cold. I don't like cold tea. And I'm not going to bother Andrew because I think he's asleep. Hold on. Ian, did you know this? Oh, bless Ian. Ian, if you need any pointers, I learned a lot from Dee Dee on how to set up the camera and the settings on YouTube and stuff. So feel free to message me and don't like sit there struggling with it because Dee Dee helped me with all this YouTube jizz that I had going on when I first set up. So feel free. I was so happy. Ian Jackson, he does watercolors. So you can click on his little 3 dots and head on over to his channel. And I was so excited because Ian went live and then it wasn't live. And I was like, oh no. Okay, and same with these little teeth here. I'm going to do the light umber on the teeth. So I'm going to keep those pretty uniformed. One little tiki mask can take a while with just pencils. And this is a time issue, I know, but we'll do it in parts. I'm not speed colouring. Okay. Then I'm going to grab on to the... oh, hold on. She is Jerry. She's amazing. Between Jen and Dee Dee, this is why I have a channel. Jen set me up in terms of, oh, Sammy, go onto YouTube. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll be any good. And then Dee Dee helped me out with the live stream settings on this camera here above me. It's nice to look at, Jen. I don't know if I like it. You got the setting okay? All right, as long as you have. Just will say, hey, good morning. That's okay. Go and get yourself a coffee. Go and get yourself caffeined up. Okay, burnt ochre 943. I'm not putting too much of this in. Just a tad, just to give it that extra oomph. I need to go and look on the news quite clearly because I didn't know about this weather. I'm going to make a point of watching the weather tonight. I was just like, oh my God, you've just given me the biggest news. I do not like snow. Okay, and then these little teeth, that's going to have some from the opposite direction of what I've done the light umber. Teresa, it's nice on Christmas Day and then it can go. No, I must admit, a white Christmas is always, it's got that feeling, hasn't it? That warm feeling inside of like, just feels like Christmas, and then it can disappear onto somewhere very cold. And it can have it back. Okay, I'm just going to sharpen my black. Yes, I do, Leah. This last one just gone. We had a lot of snow before Christmas and then after, didn't we? Okay, black, just into this area. And we're going to do a little pink tongue. As I said, we're going to be a while on this colour along, I reckon. So those that watch this back, you can click on the live chat. I leave it up for everyone to follow. So if you are watching the replay, click on the live chat so you can follow what's being said. Otherwise, it might not make much sense. And you might be thinking, why is she babbling on? I'm talking to people in the chat. So if you click on the live chat, you can follow the chat. Okay, I'm going to get some pinks in on this. So I'm going to grab a pale pink. So I think I'm going to get the Deco Pink or Pink Rose to start with. Then I'm going to get, I think, henna as my darkest colour. And maybe blush. Should I do blush pink? Oh, yeah, I think we'll go. Okay, so my lightest colour is going to be Pink Rose in 1018. And I'm going to go from the top of the tongue down to less pressure. It's very, very light. And the same with the opposite side. I'm going to just go medium, light, fade out. So this is just your base colour, and this can be also your blending colour at the end. So it can be your one to colour and blend at the end with. Okay, let's see if this goes on top of this colour well. Just 2 seconds, folks. Yeah, so this is blush pink in 928. And you can start, you're going to have to put a fair amount of pressure down on this pink. So this, I'm not doing this all over. Just a little. We can use the first pink we use as our blender. And then we're going to get henna in on the situation, which is 1031 henna. This is a great colour to use with pinks, and it will give it more of a fleshy look in terms of how your tongue might look in your mouth. So henna goes really well as our more of a realistic tone. We like a good little realistic tone going on. Okay, so I'm just putting that onto those as well. So you can see it kind of just gives it that extra of what we need. And then I'm going to head back to our Pink Rose in 1018, and that will be my blending pencil. So I'm going to blend in with the lightest colour that we used at the very beginning. And if you really, really want to, if you want to grab your black, you can just put a little bit of shadow going on from the very top of the tongue, but not much. You want the lightest pressure possible in the world when you're doing shadows, because it can overtake it and you won't have a realistic tone. So what I mean by that, hiya, Sky. What, Sammy, what ate this book? That's okay, Sharon. So when I'm doing my pressure, it's literally like this. The book, Sharon, is that what you're referring to? Because if it's the book that you're wanting to know, it's Gnomes in the Neighbourhood by Denise Klett. And the picture is at the back of the book, more towards the back. And we are using Prismacolor pencils. So that is what we're using today. And we're just starting with this little tiki mask that we've got going on here. So in regards to these little eye sockets, I'm going to put the pinky tone into these parts here, which is the Pink Rose, which is PC 1018. How are you, Sky? And then with the henna, not too much. I'm just adding a touch in. Just you're welcome. Now the eyes I'm going to do in, I think I'm going to go for an orange and a brown. So I like Tuscan red, I think, and a more orange tone. So if you bear with me, what's this one? Let's have a look. I want these orange. I want orange eyes. So this one is orange, which is PC 918. So I'm going to do them as orange eyes because it goes more with the wooden colours. I had to get my words out then. It's like, Sam, think on the spot, Sam. And then I'm also going to grab the Tuscan red, which will darken into the corners. Of course, you can do any colour eye that you would like. I'm just sticking with something that's a little bit more, to me, heading towards the colours that we're using. If you want to add into these parts, which what might be a nice colour actually, is the Tuscan red, we can add a tad of that. So this is Tuscan red, which is PC 937. And Tuscan red is a really nice colour because it's like a, thanks Francis, it's like a reddy brown, this one. And it does give a nice colour to it. Tuscan red is actually one of my favourite colours in the Prismas. It's quite unique to the Prismas, and I've not really had another colour that comes out like it. So I'm just going to add a hint of it, not too much. So we just put a little bit into it, not masses. We don't need masses. And just finish that up a little bit because we've done like most of the tiki mask. Oops. Okay, so if we're going to do these little flowers on top, so I think I'm going to go for more of a muted orange, and I think I'm going to stick with the oranges. So I'm going to grab Mineral Orange, which is PC 1033. We're going to get our Tuscan red. Oranges and greens go, don't they? So I'm also going to get a green for the leaves. And our green is Olive Green PC 911, and we need our black. So I'm going to keep this quite minimal. Hi, Judy. So with these little flowers, I'm going to first go in with the Mineral Orange, and that's PC 1033. From the inner part of the petal to the outer, I'll just do the pressure depending on where we're going. So we're going to go from like medium pressure outwards, and I lessen the pressure of the pencil, and that's how I do the shade. So into the middle is going to be the strongest shade, coming out will be a lesser shade. And I'm going to stick with one colour on this particular crown of flowers. I'm not going to change it. I'm going to keep it to what it is. So I'm just lessening out as I come along. It is beautiful, Sky. I absolutely, it's my favourite. I haven't got the others of hers, which are, she's got 3 books out on the market for those of you that don't know about Denise Klett. She's got Mermaids in Paradise, Fairies in Dreamland, and now her newest release is Gnomes in the Neighbourhood. And they are 3 books that are available out there on Amazon at the moment. They're the 3 books that she has published and designed. And I must admit, I hadn't taken any notice up until this point. And I absolutely love this book. Yeah, I think quite a lot of people. But the thing is with this one, I don't know if anyone else feels it, it's got a story behind it. So as you're flicking through the pages or watching any of the flip throughs, it's like a little tale of the gnomes throughout. Oh no, Di. Did they give you a refund on that? Yeah, I haven't got the others, Erin. So I stuck with just this one for, I say for now. I'm terrible. Okay, so now I'm going to grab on my Tuscan Red, which is PC 937, and I'm just going to put a hint of it into these flowers. And it's like into the inner part of the petal and fading out, not over the entire area of where I put the mineral orange. So you can still see the mineral orange, and we'll go back in with that to fade out. So I'm just putting a little bit in, and this just makes it quite authentic to the mask because it's stuck with the same colour palette. And that's the thing, I'm going to try and stick as much as possible. I'm going to make it look tropical, but with the Tiki mask, we don't need to go with too many colours here. You're going to stick to the same sort of colours as it goes along. So we're going to keep it minimal, but still got to be tropical because she is on a tropical, our little gnome's on a tropical island somewhere. And it's quite busy. So we've got a lot to cover with this picture. Then I'm just going to get back my mineral orange, and I'm just going to blend out those edges, what we've just done with the Tuscan Red. So not too much, just a little bit. And then I'll look up at chat. Are we ever truly done, Sky? I mean, that's the thing, it's not a competition. And, we say, I said this to someone earlier. It's fine. It's not a numbers game or a need game. It's just that if you like something that brings you happiness, then that's the main thing, isn't it? Okay, olive green, PC 911. And again, I'm just going to put on that colour down onto those leaves. And the same method as what I generally use is I fade out with my pressure so that it gives it a shade. And that's it really. That's all. That's how I sort of got my method. That's just the way I colour in terms of my pictures. I just put one colour down and sort of fade out, and then can add a layer. I'm going to get my black and very, very small amount into the ends of the leaves where that's overlapping that one. I'm just going to add a little bit of shading in so it gives it a difference and a graduation in colour. And then as for the middle parts of the flowers, I'm going to get the colour Sunburst Yellow, PC 917. I'm going to just put it as one whole colour in the middle. Now we just got this straw, and then the Tiki mask is done. Okay, so we're going to put down, I think I'm going to go for yellow ochre. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, go for yellow ochre and light umber. I'm going to cover the entire area with the yellow ochre. Hi, Susie. Oh, thank you. So with the first colour, Yellow Ochre, PC 942, I'm going to put over the entire area, but as I come up, I'm going to kind of fade it out a bit, not too much. You still want to have the colour visible. And if you're following this along with me, that's why I just tend to say everything I'm doing in terms of pressure, in terms of colours, and how I'm layering up. Okay, so I'm just going all the way to the end, sort of doing 2 at a time, 2 to 3 at a time, and lessening up as I go along. Okay. So over the entire thing, and I'm just going to grab a pill, guys, because pain's starting to creep in. Okay, so just lessening up the pressure as I go up. Just put this Yellow Ochre down to start with. And then as I'm coming up, it's just the same repeated light motion that I'm doing. So Yellow Ochre over the entire straw. And thank you, Becca. Anyone that's wondering, Sketchcantation R in chat is Susie with a S-U-Z-I. Because sometimes we don't need people's names. We know them as their handle names. And although we know people like Pickle, we know she's Jodie, we still call her Pickle. So sometimes, even though Susie's Susie, we call her Sketch. It just goes with what you've got as your handle, your user handle. Okay. So just again, all the way to the top and lessen the pressure off as you come up to the end of the straw. Hiya! You finally made it to alive. Thank you. This picture is at the back. So Susie, if you head on round to the back, you've got the island pictures, and this is towards the end. So you've got the mermaid bits, and then you've got the island one. So it's coming towards the end of the book, this picture is. So all the island stuff, head towards the back and you'll find it. So we'll move on in a minute to I think we'll do the heart, and then we'll do the little gnome. We'll do a little bit more on this as we go, but this will be a long process because I am doing this with just pencils, and the layering of the pencils takes me a while. Watercolors and stuff is a lot quicker, and I know that. The paper in this book, Sky, is incredible. It's a thick paper, but it's bright white, and it really, really, really withholds a lot. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my light umber, and then I'm going to go and grab them. Sharon, I will. I definitely will. Don't worry. My body's telling me to. Okay. So I'm just putting in, and as I'm sort of flicking it up to make a little bit of a difference. So I hope it's nice and clear for you all to see. So I'm only going from the bottom, and I'm sort of coming up, and I'm going to bring it to the top as well. You'll see in a minute. I'm going to bring from top down. So yes, Tilly, you sing it, girlie. Yeah. I've been playing with her earlier. So she's had attention. Okay, so I'm just sort of bringing a little bit to the bottom, and I'm bringing it up. So you've got some towards the bottom. Hold on, I'm placing it because I'm priming. Yeah, they should do. Okay, and from the top, I'm going to just very, very, very sporadically, not in any kind of pattern. I'm bringing some of that light umber in. And like strokes that I would with hair, so it just matches up to the straw. Okay, and that is our little tiki guy. I think our tiki guy is done. Okay, so we're going to head over there. I'm just going to grab my tablet, guys. I won't be 2 seconds. And my juice. Just bear with me. Okay. I'm back. Let's put that down. Contact dye. If something's through Etsy, contact the artist and see. Okay, we're back. So I'm going to head over to this little coconut hut. It's like a coconut, like a bra. I think we'll do the bra as well in the same colours. So I'm going to keep with the same kind of colours as what we've done for the tiki mask. And I'm going to put in eggshell base over the entire area. So eggshell is PC 140, and this just gives an undercoat so that there's no white space. That's all it is. So it eliminates white space. It's also our blending colour type thing. So at the end, we blend in with our lightest colour, which is generally what I do. And I very rarely use a blending pencil, only if needed. But my blending pencil is usually the lightest colour in what we're using, which generally works for me. Does anyone else do the same? Who's nicked it? Well, who's nicked your eggshell? Blame the cat or blame Pete. So over the entire area, very, very, very lightly. You don't have to go heavy on this one. And you can have white space. You don't, or you can cover it over with a marker if you want to do markers. Markers could be a great thing to do if you've got, pain in hands, or you're finding that it's a lot harder to keep layering up and using all these different colours. You can take your time with it. Yeah, contact her. Hi, Caroline. I would, if I were you, I really would. It's worth doing. I think I'm going to get, again, like I did with the mask, I'm going to grab the light umber, and now I'm just going to plait. What the hell am I talking about? Plot. I'm going to plot where I want my shading and my browns to go. So very roughly, we are going to plait, apparently. As I say, my mouth and my head do sometimes, they're on totally different pages. Totally different pages. They do not want to coincide with each other. Okay. So underneath these little leaves, I'm just putting in where I want that shading to go. This isn't how we're doing it. We're just putting in to start with. So with a light umber, plot where you want your colour to go. Hiya, Dash. Thank you, Caroline. It's there. Got my arm across it for the minute. So with the light umber, I'm just kind of putting where I would like that to go. Honestly, I'm so sorry for my words getting jumbled up at the moment, everyone. I did start a new medication the other day. I did mention it, and I'm not quite used to it yet. So my brain and my mouth want to just do their own thing according to it, You know how it goes. Okay, so same with underneath here. I'm just putting that under where I would like the shading to go there too, and also onto this side. So we'll put in some texture, because if you see, there's some texture around the heart. Hi, Layla. Welcome, and thank you for coming over, and thank you for being here. How are you? So you're probably aware this just, have you watched any videos? This is just a colouring channel. I do live streams, predominantly live streams. It is a live streaming channel. Everyone in chat's really friendly, so I hope that you, I'm glad that you've joined. I'm glad that you've joined. Yes, I saw Dash. Thank you so much. I've joined it today. So anyone who's got this book, and you may have seen, that's a good point. Let me just show everyone. Sorry, I'm going to just sidetrack for a second, everyone. So in this book, there was a misprint on one page, which I'm going to show you now. And she has posted in her group the page which is misprinted, the entire page. I've got to find it. I think it's towards the end. Bear with me, everyone. I will find it and I'll show this one. Okay, so let me just give a quick heads up on this. Hi, Robin. This page was misprinted. So as you can see, it stops here and it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be an entire image on the page. So if you head on over to Denise's group, Denise Klett, her Facebook colouring group, she has posted the entire image and you can print it out. Of course, you don't have to. I'm pretty happy. I'm probably not going to do this one in particular, but if you wanted to, you could put the entire image in here next to this one too. So it's just a little heads up. So Dash told me that. Thank you so much. Yeah, welcome to everyone that's new to the channel, and thank you for coming on over. Okay, so what I am still doing with my light umber is just planning out where I would like the brown to go, and then we will layer up with the other browns. Yeah, we have a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new, people joining live. So thank you so much. It's very, very, very humbling to see you over here. And I hope you are happy here. Hi, Kathy. Okay, so I'm just honestly just putting where I want these colours to go. We're not doing anything yet. So very, very lightly on my pressure here. So you plot a map. That's all I say. Just plot it or map it out. Okay, so as you can see, it's very lightly done. Thanks, Dash. I'm not in many groups either now, I must admit. Okay. So I'm going to now head on over to my next colour. My next colour is the darker brown, which is the dark umber. Silver mist, yeah. Nice. Cup of tea always is a winner. Dark umber 947, and now I'm going to start layering in where I want my dark areas. So underneath the leaves, I'm not going particularly heavy. You don't need to on this colour because it is the darker brown. And I'm kind of just lessening that up as we go down, and we'll come in with our other brown after. Oh, really, Dash? Yeah, see, this is my first book of Denise Klett, and it is so adorable. I couldn't not. It's just cute is the word. There's no other word for it. Some books have just got character, and for me, this one tells a story when I look through it. So I'm pretty besotted with this at the moment. It is a little new sort of favourite to flick through and make you smile, because I don't know if anyone else is the same, but certain books, I mean, even if you've got them in your collection and you don't get round to them anytime soon, flicking through the black and white pictures can be just as, hi DJ, just as pleasing than colouring it. It can. Certain books have the potential to just be very pleasing to do that with, and it's like you can kind of picture it and make your own tale up with it. So it's not every single book that you will end up colouring, let's face it, you know, there's not. Sometimes we got stuff in the beginning of our colouring journey that we wouldn't necessarily pick up now, or you've got stuff that you might be picking up at a later date when you feel either more confident or just in the mood for it, and whatever, depending, you know. But some books have got the potential to just make you smile when you look through them, like an art book. Oh, they're going to fix it on the second printing. Have they done that now then? Are they on the second round of print then, Dash, with this book? Okay, so this is, as I said, dark umber, very lightly going in. I'm not heavy pressuring at the moment. And we'll put some texture going in on it after. So underneath the window, we've got a little window there. Going to shadow that a little bit, and the same with the inside of this window. I'm just going to leave that as a darker space too, and then we're going to bring our light umber back in on this. So we've kind of planted that now. Oh, okay. Ah, Debbie, I bet you're absolutely fine. Okay, I'm back to my light umber now. And now I'm just going to shade in all those areas and on the pencil lines from where we had the dark umber. So light umber is PC941. And we're back in with this. And then we can put in our texture because it's got texture to it, this coconut hut. So the process of layering can be very tiresome for some. I find it very therapeutic personally. Oh, Katrina, just let them know that that was an accident after. Sorry, DJ. Hold on. I have 2 full sets of Prismas, 2 sets of 30 of Prisma skin tone. Yeah, there's so many good suppliers out there, and this is such a big open sort of market for everyone, isn't there? Which is nice because there's no one thing that we all like. We all like different things, so it's nice to have different things in your sets, and you know. So I'm just going in with a light umber. Hiya. Yeah, Pickle, you don't have to. That's what I mean. It's everyone's different. I find it very therapeutic. Personally, it's something I've always done to layer. But the markers and everything else, you know, is an easier route. So it's very individual. Hi, Nick. So DJ's back here. Sorry, DJ, that was an error, a mistake. So yeah, as I was saying, it's good. Like there's so much to one hobby, or you can keep it really simple and just, you know, you don't have to do anything with too many sets. You can have one set of one thing and one book. That's the beauty of it. But the possibilities are endless, and let's face it, you know, especially for a few of us, this is our main hobby, and you do invest time and money into it. Of course you do. It brings you enjoyment, and there's no shame in that either. So there's goods and bads in everything, and I think as long as it brings you happiness, that's the main thing. Okay, so on this side, I haven't done that dark enough, so I'm going to grab up my dark umber again. Dark umber is PC947, and I'm just going to reintroduce some of that underneath these leaves and to the side of the window. And I'm just just enhancing that a little bit, just like a little bit of a lift so that you can see it. Okay, so that's kind of how I want to keep those colours towards it. Thank you. I did these before I come on because I thought you only see my hands. So I'm going to do my nails. You're welcome, Di. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, it does, Mum. Okay, I'm just getting with that dark umber, and I'm just you've got on here like little lines, which is your texture. So I'm just putting that back in. There's like a texture to the coconut shell. So very lightly, you need I hope I don't snap this pencil. I'm just putting those lines back in, which are already on there with the dark umber. And I'm just following what we've already got pre-existing. So I'm not putting anything extra in. I'm just following the guidance of the lines that's already in the image. So it just reapplies that, what might have been lost when you coloured it. So, and the same with the outer part of the coconut shell. Just, it re-enhances those lines. Yeah, it's this one is called Ocean, this colour, and it's like a bluey green, and this one's by Essie, and it's called Nice Package, which is a funny name for, but that's Ocean and that's Nice Package, and then I just put like Diamantes on that one and one there. So I haven't done anything too much, but it just gives something rather than my plain nails, because all you see is my hands. So I thought I might as well give you something to look at rather than just my hands. Okay, so I'm going to bring this over a little bit. These leaves here, I'm going to grab my olive green and I'm going to put in this to start with. So on the edges and up the top, and then into the middle is going to be the lighter area, because we're going to put another green in there in a moment. So olive green is PC911. And the middle of the leaf is going to be a lighter area. Chilly. You can't find your olive green now. Oh, bless you. Chilly. Yeah. Okay, so olive green, I'm just bringing some of the shading from the top and the bottom and meeting in the middle, because the middle part's going to have a hint of another green in it. Same applies to this part here. So every leaf that we've got, we're going to bring the highly pigmented olive green at the top, and the same with the bottom is going to be more of a pigment down on paper, and then into the middle is going to be like lesser pressure. And I'm just following that same method throughout all these leaves. So the leaves will all be the same, and then I'll bring another green into the mix in a minute. So for the time being, I'm just going to follow that, just keep that same. So top, bottom, meet in the middle. You see, it's got a little highlight in the middle. Have you tried the new Gold Favour pencils? Dash, I bought some singles in those, and I do like them, but I don't use them as much. DJ, it was an accident. So sorry about that. It happens sometimes by a flip of the finger. It wasn't meant. I hope you're okay. You know, sorry about that. Okay, so top, bottom, meet in the middle. Same with this side. So olive green is not as dark as like kelp or marine green. It's slightly, I wouldn't say this represents olive green really. It's more like it's more of a leafy green to me. but it's called olive green. It's olive green PC911. Thank you so much. As I said, this will be a slower colour along on the channel because it is got a lot of detail on this page, but we'll get there. The background will most probably be done with watercolour because I'm not doing that in pencil. I'll be here forever. So if we can do a watercolour one, then we're good. But the details and the picture is going to be done in Prismacolor pencils. God, can you imagine if we do the whole thing in pencils? We're probably going to be here till Christmas. And we've got so many other things to cover. So we're going to have to think about time a little bit. So next week is Halloween. And it's Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Let me double check that. Oh, okay. It's Wednesday. Yeah. Okay, so the Wednesday is Halloween. I stream on a Tuesday, and we're going to do something Halloweeny on that day. So I need to plan that. Hold on, everyone. Right, I need to go and empty the sharpener. Bear with me. Well, I've got a couple of things. Hold on. I'm going to do a PDF. Oh, it covers two things. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I had to just I had to empty the sharpener. It was full. So I've thinking about doing a PDF. It's probably going to be a Grazia Salvo one, and it might be more of a Day of the Dead picture. There we go. We're sharp again. Now I'm also going to do it on a toned tan. Dash, I think that's Anne. I'll speak to you after, Susie. Right, so I was trying to, where's my train of thought? I'm trying to think now. Right, train of thought. It will be a Day of the Dead, Grazia Salvo, most probably, or her newest one, which has got a skull in it. I'm going to be using toned tan paper, which will cover. Desiree wanted to see the process on toned papers again, and I've done toned grey, but I've not done toned tan. So I thought about doing that. And besides, if I do anything with a skull, the whites on the skull will show up against the toned tan. So I thought about doing that next week, Tuesday, and do a Halloween stream. I don't know. You would have to ask her yourself. I have no idea. I'm not in. To be honest, I'm only in two groups, really. Reading with Pugs and the colouring community. They're my two groups that I'm in. As for other people's groups, I'm in a couple, but I've lost track, and it gets very overwhelming on how many there are. So if there's anyone's groups that you would like to contact them about, then you would have to go directly to the streamer, the channel, or the group themselves and find out. I have no idea. Sorry about that. Oh, yes, I did see the Ennis one. Yeah, she's got a Patreon page, hasn't she? That's right. Okay, I think these are also leaves. And I'm just keeping with that same pattern before I introduce any other colour. Just hold on, everyone. I just need to put that behind. I don't need many. I don't know who any one of them are. Yeah, other streamers, other groups, I wouldn't know. I've not really been around anyway, to be fair, and I'm not in many groups. I'm not. I try and keep it minimum because, as I said, it got overwhelming. I sat about 6 months ago and I was in so many and I got lost track and it just got silly, and my Facebook was just groups. So I couldn't tell you. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we've just got kind of those colours at the moment. I'm going to bring a lighter green in. I think I might go for lime peel. So the lime peel is a nice green to go with. Look, it's got a highlight in it. Can you see that? It's like, it would go against that green really well. Yeah, it just gets a bit overwhelming, doesn't it? Okay, so lime peel is PC1005, and that is going to be my highlight in the middle. And that's why I kept my highlight in the middle, is that it kind of keeps a highlight, but it's not going to be a white space. So you've got a colour in there. So I'm just going literally in those middle areas that we kept as a highlight. So just like that. If I bring it up, you'll see. So just keeps a highlight, but the highlight is kept as leaf. And these little leaves here, I'm going to get my lime peel on both of these. And I'm also going to get my olive green, like I have. I'm going to keep with the same two colours. And just keep to the shading as one section, both top and bottom. It just keeps it quite, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. You know, I love the hobby, and I love. I'm over on Instagram most of the time. That's where I've been seen most of the time. And the Reading Pugs, I'm always in. I mod for Jen, and I'm happy with that. You know, I'm happy with that. It can become very overwhelming. Right, okay, so our little coconut house is on the go. Now I am going to bring in Burnt Ochre, which is 943. And like I did with our little tiki guy, I'm going to bring that same colour in. And shade top. Leave a highlighted area in the middle. So it will be kind of about here. And the same, I'm going to bring the same method, shading and technique into the opposing side. And the same to sort of there. We keep it as a little bit of a highlight. And then the same with this window. I'm going to keep this side quite dark because I have done on the others. And the same with underneath. I'm just following the same kind of methods. I'm not changing it up. So this is Burnt Ochre, and it's 943 in your Prismas. We're using Prismacolors. You can mix up colours with the Prismas as well pretty well. I'm going to keep this as my highlighted area. The little window we're going to do in blues. We're going to have blues in this anyway. So have you taken? I have, Michelle. I have. No, she's not, Robin. She's not. It was someone else. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm going to bring Tuscan Red into this. So Tuscan Red is 937. And then, oh gosh, my voice, I'm so sorry. I drank a mouthful. You know when you drink a mouthful of your drink, it goes down the wrong hole. And then same on these parts. I'm just putting the Tuscan Red over that burnt ochre. Tuscan Red goes really well with browns. It's got a nice colour to it. It's got a nice tint to it. It mixes in really well with other colours as well. So it's a nice thing to mix in and have as a colour to the browns. Then I'm going to get my eggshell, and you know our areas that we kept light, I'm just going to put the eggshell in those. So the eggshell just goes into the highlighted areas. There's no white space and it mixes in well with that. Right, so the door, our lightest shade is going to be light umber. So over the entire thing, very lightly. Don't worry about the handle because I'm going to put that in black, so you can go over the handle. I'm going to put the light umber down over the entire wood. So just keep with that. I'm trying to bring that over the entire thing. Sorry guys, I've just got to do it from an angle. Right, there we go. I've got it. So we've got the light umber over the entire area. Then I'm going to grab my dark umber. And with the dark umber, I'm just going to bring the colour to sort of midway. And same on a panel. So it's like treating it like a panel of wood. We'll bring some burnt ochre in after. You can go pretty heavy at the bottom. You don't have to go particularly heavy, but just a little bit, and keep bringing that up. So we've got some wood-like going on. My suggestion is if you're wanting the answer, I don't know. I don't think many people would unless you ask, or head over to the group. So you'll probably get the answer there. Okay, same with this panel. We're going to keep this panel the same pattern. I'm just going to keep within this, what we've been doing on this entire door. This might be a tad darker, and the same as underneath this leaf here. It's like hinges. And then same with the middle. And then I'll look up in chat because I've not been in chat for a minute. Okay, so I kept with that same like dark wooden look. So I'm going to bring some burnt ochre in. Thank you, Louise, for coming on over. Have a nice dinner. I'm a bit lost in chat, to be fair. Burnt ochre 943. I'm just going to carry on. So I'm just going to drop some of that colour in there. And the same with just going over this. Thank you, Sky. Okay. So I'm just popping in the burnt ochre, as I said. It's just going over a little bit of this dark area. And then with the black, so black doesn't need a lot. I need to look. Oh, thanks, Susie. Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, we'll just refrain from rumours and things that are going on because I don't know, and it's not my place or business to say. We're all different individual channels, we're all different individual streamers, and some people have groups, some people don't, and I have no idea. So we'll step away from that sort, but I would suggest that whoever it is, you head on over to them and ask them. Okay, so I'm going to get the black on the handle. And the same with underneath here. And also just adding some texture in there. So it kind of just gives it a bit of a lift. Thank you. Well, there we are. So it just gives it a little bit of a lift, and it's kept it within the sort of colours that we're going to go for. With the window, I want a light blue. So I'm going to put in cloud blue, which is PC1023, over the whole thing. Just gives it a glaze. Then I'm going to bring in Caribbean Sea, which is 1103. And because it's glass, I'm just going to go to the edges of each one, just ever so slightly. And the same applies to the corners on each individual glass panel. And then just slightly, I'm going to bring some can you see the little lines? It just gives it a little bit of a glow. Thanks, Bliss. All right, so we've done the little heart for now, and we've done the tiki mask. So I think we'll do this little gnome because she's calling me. So her little hat is making me laugh, bless her. All right, so we're going to get, I think I'm going to do her quite tropical. So her hat I actually want to do in this bright orange that we've got. So this is, see how nice and bright that is. It will keep it within sort of, is it? See, that's good. It just keeps it. So if I needed to tilt it, I could tilt it a little bit more, which is good. Oh, thanks, Bella. So you know, show colour. Let's have the skeleton overlay. Once you colour it. So what? Changing, altering an image, dash. So if you altered and did the, thanks everyone. So say you did a female, but you wanted to change her into like a transformation, you're transforming the image to like half skeleton, half person. Is that what you're referring to? I just want to make sure I got it right before I babble on. So I'm going to just start. I'll look up in a minute. I'm going to start with the orange. It's a really bright orange to start with, but that's the colour I want to go for on her. So she's going to have a bright orange hat. So I'm going to put some of the shading around the ends, and my middle part is going to be the lighter area. So the gnome is tiny, guys, so it's really hard to see. She is minuscule, but gnomes are so. She's teeny tiny. She lives in this tiny little village, it seems, and now she's got her own island. I love this book. Okay, so orange initially, and her little hair bands I'm going to match. So there's tiny little hair bands there, and these little flowers on her straw skirt are going to be the same orange before we put any other colour in. So you've got that little tiny, just a tiny little floral. No, Kimberly, okay. Oh, we could definitely try that. Yeah, because some of it might be see-through. That is quite a big task, that one. We could definitely give it a go. Okay, now I'm going to get my Tuscan red, and that will be our shaded color. I mean, that's just like, it's an altering an image. You know, we can try it. I've done transparency. I've not done a skeleton into like a transforming image. That would be a task that I'd have to try. There are some, at the moment, there's an Instagram color along going on where you transform into, so it's using like a female image and you transform it. They're doing that over on Instagram at the moment. No, I wouldn't imagine so. I wouldn't imagine so, Dash. I think they've done it with the same tools as what we all have. It's just some of it won't be as highly pigmented, and other parts will also make the difference between like a transparent. With the thing with transparency, you've also got to do the background behind it so that it pops forward. So there's a mixture. So her little bra, because it's a coconut bra, I'm going to do the eggshell. Because this bra is making me laugh. Then we're going to get our light umber. And then our dark umber. Yeah, the book is Gnomes in the Neighborhood. Yeah, that's it. There's so many things you can transform, isn't there? It's a task. It's a challenge. Let's call it a challenge. It's not impossible, though. I mean, I've done transparency. I've just not done a transforming image yet. But I really did want to take part in the Instagram challenge of turning something into a Halloween or a monster or a skeleton or something along those lines. So that's going on over on Instagram at the moment. On I think if you go over to, I think Colouring Maja has done something as well. She's changed an image and transformed it into half skeleton, half lady, and it's brilliant. So thank you, Michelle. Take care. So we're doing our coconut bra. So if I bring that up, you can see now is a texture. So we're going to do the little lines in our dark umber and putting those lines back on this coconut. Oh dear. People, don't take your mind to those places. It's just a bra. Yeah, Grazia. That's right. Then most people are doing a Grazia Salvo image, aren't they? Okay, so her little tiny wreath of flowers. I'm going to put in blush pink. Got these miniature flowers going on. She's so small. So there's little ones and they've got one big one. That one big one I'm going to do in yellow. So these mini ones are pink. There's little mini ones. And then you've got another one around here. So it's yellow ochre. And that's going to go into that one. And then we'll bring our, there we go. Then we're going to bring our olive green to these tight, you don't worry about shading because these are so small. Olive green into those little leaves. So if you've got this book, you'll see how tiny this actually is. It's so small. So small. You can barely see it. And into that little yellow flower, I'm just going to put a bit of Tuscan red in that. You can do it onto that one. And I'll bring it up to show you. It's so small. Yes, there is. Let me have a look for you and I'll tell you the details. Hold on and I'll tell you. It is... So the colour along is called Halloween Colouring Transformation. So I'll give you the main, it's transforming an image into something completely different. So it's got to be Halloween-esque. And the original post is this one. And it's called, join us for our first public colour along. To join, take any normal drawing and turn it into a Halloween page by adding things like pumpkins, skulls, spiders, or turn a beautiful face into a witch. Tag, so the hashtag is Halloween colouring transformation, and colouring is with a U. So this is over on Instagram, and there is a lot of entries, participants, there's loads, and they are amazing. So I believe the host is Irina. There's a few of them. So Irina, I think it's Irina. Then you've got Pipsqueak, Coloured by Me, which is Selena. Julia is colouring, and Colour Facets. So there's a group of them doing this together. So it's a great little thing to go on over to, actually. I think it's brilliant. And some of those that they've done are just incredible. I mean, the skills is out of this world. It's just crazy amazing. Okay, so I'm going to get my light peach. I'm just going to put that down first. It's on her skin. You can't really see it, and it's really hard to shade all this because she's tiny. So yeah, the skills, honestly, it never sort of fails to blow my mind what people can do when they're given like a challenge like that. And until they're given a challenge, you probably don't know the skills yourself until you're pushed. And they're amazing, those entries. I looked through them the other night, and it's just like, wow, you've had this hidden for so long, you know, so long, and you're only getting plucking the courage out now. And all these people that didn't know they were sitting on these hidden like art talents, they get into adult colouring, and it takes them on like a whole new journey. And people branch out into other things as well, don't they? Okay, so very, very lightly, I'm going to put in Nectar, which is PC 1092. And I just want to put some shade into her instead of having her flat. But with this, it's going to be hard to shade like you would in normally because it's a tiny area. So when you've got a tiny area, just don't overload it and just go for minimal, but where you can see a difference, and you should be fine. You don't have to worry too much about, you know, specifics. So I'm very, very randomly putting in a light coverage of Nectar and fading into that light peach. It's very, very, very minimal. Okay, so it's so small you can't really see. Oh, I'll have a look, Dash. I'll have a look. So will Tilly. So will Tilly. Okay, grabbing my henna. Henna is PC 1031 henna. Small amount. And just again, very randomly putting that down onto edges and areas that I should imagine shading is. And the same with, I'm now going to get my Palmer Violet, which is PC 1008, and that will be my darkest area just before I blend in with my light peach. So this will be your shadowed areas only. So you don't need to worry too much about our little gnome lady because she's only small and you won't see half of that. And then back to our light peach. Our light peach is just going to be now our blender. No. Pickle, that's a good one. Okay, light peach. Light peach is our blender. This is 927. No. That was a good one, Pickle. I like that. Okay, I'm just going to put that. No, she will not be flat. And I'm just going under her bra there. Her coconut bra's the yars. And that's with henna. Okay, this little straw skirt, we're going to bring our yellow ochre and put that in. We'll start some of these flowers off as well. I think we'll try anyway. Or maybe we should do this part. Oh, thanks, Katrina. There's so many people. Dash, probably been hard yourself. And, you know, we all do it. We all do it. We're all a bit hard on ourselves and we, you know, shouldn't be. And I'll have a look after. I'm pretty sure she's amazing. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in some burnt ochre 943. And on the start of the skirt, I'm going to just very random strokes outwards, and from the bottom we can bring some in there as well, and then we can go back in with our yellow ochre, and the yellow ochre will be just strokes but just bring it up like brighter. So let me bring that up to you. So just very, very, very small amount. Now on her here, this ribbon, I'm going to put lime peel, and I'm going to keep it quite minimal to colours. So how we've been doing. And these are leaves, so we're going to keep lime peel in on this as well. That's orange and green, guys. Then we're going to get back our olive green. And again, I'm just going to very randomly put in our shading. So I'm going to go from the outside in. Yeah, because Mum's here. She's in the colouring community. So yeah, we do. And then again, I'm just going to from the inner part of the leaf petal outwards. Now, with a thin pen, I'm just going to use a rollerball. This is a Pilot liquid ink pen. These are rollerball, which means that the tip is just like, it rolls really easy. And I'm just going to reapply very, 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 very carefully her eyes here. I'm going to leave, this is a thin nib. I think the nib on this is 0.5, yeah. And I'm just going to add, again, some of that hair on the coconut. Just random. There we go. And it just reapplies her eyes. Hi, Elizabeth. Oops, hold on. I know. That's very true. Okay, and then I think I'll do the hair in like a dark umber. So I'm going to grab my dark umber and I'm going to take her dark hair. So I'm just going to go over the entire area with dark umber of her plaits, and then I'm going to bring black into shade. So I want her dark haired because it will stand out. So I'm going to just do the dark umber over all of her hair. I think there's a bit there as well. Okay, and then with my black, I can shade in just a little bit on her plaits just to keep her there a difference. But her hair doesn't have to be anything too much because I just want it to stand out. I want her to have dark plaits. And then with my black, I'm just going underneath these areas here. And the same underneath her bra and her little nose. And that's all I'm going to do with her because she's just quite simple. We don't need to worry too much about, you know, shading on her, and she's so small. We've shaded enough on her. She's cute, but she's tiny, and there's so many other things. Now, with these particular flowers, what I was thinking about doing is some in these yellows. So, like, I'm going to put it here, yellow ochre 942. And I'll show you which ones that I would do the yellow ochres in. So we'll mix them between yellows, I think, and oranges. I think that would be a good starting point. So yellow ochre down over the entire petal before we put in other colours. They give it quite a tropical look. We can have this quite bright. I don't usually do such bright colours, but I think we're going to do that. So I'm just going to stick with nice bright tropical. And then the background, we can do in watercolor, I think. And then we're going to bring in, again, the Tuscan Red is our really good shading point on these. So if we bring some Tuscan Red in, I'm just going to first lay it in to see where I want my shading to go. Yeah, I mean, it's quite tropical, those colours. So I'm just bringing in those colours because it's quite a nice combination to have, especially if you go on holiday and you see all the gardens. They've got a lot of yellows in them, a lot of yellows, a lot of bright colours. So I think it'll be a nice starting point to do. So then I'm going to grab back my yellow ochre, and that will just blend out those edges, what we've just done. And the yellow ochre and the Tuscan Red work really, really well together. Tuscan Red works a lot with woods, with yellows, with those nice colours. And it will just keep a very tropical look amongst this art all. So if we say we'll do random ones, we'll do these, all the yellows. These are like cherries. We can do them as cherries or we can do them as grapes. I quite like the idea of them like cherries. I think they're really, really, really nice. So I think we'll do all of these in the Tuscan Red and the yellow ochre. So I'll put it down to start with. I won't do them all right now because we'll be here forever and a day, won't we? So if we do all of the big flowers as these yellow ochre Tuscan Red combination. So I'm going to just put it down there to start with. I'll do another one. So very, very randomly I'm going to do this. And then I think they could be cherries. They could be grapes. I'll have a look. Hold on. So I'm referring to these here. They could be like grapes. We could do them as red grapes. There are a huge amount of details, aren't there? I'm thinking that these will be, yeah, should we do them like red grapes? We do the cherry. I thought cherries because they're round. But we could do them in reds with like a black raspberry colour put in there. Do you know what I mean? Like we could do them in those colours and do these all the yellows, and then we could we'll do a couple of these and we'll try a couple of them. So we'll do a couple of these yellow flowers. So I'm going to grab my Tuscan Red again, and then I'll just try a colour combination with them. I'm just making it up in my head what they would be. See, they look like grapes, but even if we do them as grapes, we could do them as red grapes, which could pass as cherries anyway. They look like cherries because they're more round. Yeah, I thought that those ones. Yeah, I thought as well. Hi, Sabrina. I didn't see you there. We're doing red, I think. I think we're doing red. Okay, so I've put that in there, and then I'm going to grab back on my yellow ochre. At least we've got this started. So all of these will be the same colour. These, forget the bottom, at the top. So the top flowers that look like this are uniformed will be the yellow ochre and Tuscan Red combination. We'll keep with them. So I'm going to put that as well. And then the middle part can be bright. So I'm just putting that in there. You can deepen these colours and layer up if you want to. You can do this whatever style you want. Don't forget, it's your picture. You can do this in any style. This is just how I'm going to start this one off, I think. There's a lot of detail. Oh, V, hi. How are you? I was just saying, V, about at the beginning of the stream, I did a flip through of Peaceful Village by Julia Rivers, and I was saying about your stuff that you do in her books is amazing. So if you haven't checked V out, click on her 3 dots and head on over to her, because she's here now, so it's easier for you to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to get my Tuscan Red again. Hiya, how are you all that's coming in? Thank you for coming on over. So we're doing today The Gnomes in the Neighbourhood by Denise Klett. I have been doing this from scratch on stream. It's gonna take a while to do this one on the channel. We're gonna have to break this one on up because it's got a lot of detail in it, and more detail than the usual. And you know when you take these projects on and you think, oh my, but then piece by piece they come together, so it works out all jolly in the end. Okay, so that is how I want those to sort of look. Did you get your copy yet, B? Did you get a copy of the new one? So I know you got it as well. Okay, so if I zoom on out a minute, don't worry about the mess at the side of me. So far we've done our little... Hi, Chip. Hi. He's on my... Oh, he's trying to climb my lap from underneath the table. So, hiya, Peppa. How are you? Unless you want to be called something else. Okay, so that's it. So, oh no, too red. Hold on. It changes all the time. Okay, so far there's a lot of details going on. So we've got the flowers are going to be in, these flowers only are going to be in this combination, which is yellow ochre, which is PC 942, and Tuscan red, which is PC 937. We've done our heart, which I've said as I've gone along what it is, you know, the colours. So it's light umber, dark umber, burnt ochre, and light umber. Yep, and eggshell. And then we did our Tiki Mask to start with, which is all those colours with Tuscan red added in the mix, which is in there as well. We did our grass with olive, green, and lime peel. And our little lady is just, because she's so small, there's too much detail. She's got a coconut bra. That's all we need to worry about. So we're going to try these little, before we finish the stream for the day. If I say that we'll do these all uniformed, because there's no point doing them all on stream, because that is just repetitive, isn't it, of that colour. But the middles of them, I think we're going to put in, so if I zoom you back in. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it so far. What about you? Ochre. So we're gonna get, what we're gonna get, I'm gonna just pick a bright orange actually. So this is orange, and then I'm gonna put some brown over it. This is orange for the middle, which is PC 918, and then we're gonna get our dark umber and shade from the corner. So the dark umber and the orange. So that is in the middles. Take care, Fliss. Have a nice walk with the dog. Thanks for coming on over. Yeah, because I've not seen you for a little while. I am absolutely loving it. I know, Faithful. They're tiny, aren't they? Dash. Thank you so much for that. You did. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you ever so much. Take care, Debbie. Thank you for coming on over. Okay, so we're going to do the cherries. I think we'll try the cherries. So if I go for... Thank you so much, Dash. You're very, very kind of you. It's very much appreciated. Oh, thank you. So I'm just trying these colours out. Okay, so I definitely want crimson red. Definitely 100%. And then I think I would like to get raspberry, which is PC 1030, and then the light pink as an under base of this. I think we'll start off with pink rose, and then we need our dark raspberry colour. Black, there it, pencil snap, there we go. It had to happen on my stream, didn't it? Black raspberry 1095. Thank you so much, Dash. Honestly, thank you. Oops, right. So with these little cherries, we'll go for this little bunch down here. So I'm going to put just a base coat down of pink rose. This just takes out any white space. We're going to concentrate on this for a second and see what we can do. So I'm just going to go over all of them. Pencil snap Sam. Yeah, it had to happen. We can't go on a string without it. I was doing so well, Pickle, wasn't I? So well without it. It had to rear its head and snap. That'll be my nickname soon. Someone called me Go-Go Gadget Arms earlier. I was laughing at that. Oh dear, that really did make me laugh. I was like, Go-Go Gadget Arms. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, I haven't heard that in ages. Go-Go Gadget. Okay, so we're now going to bring Crimson Red 924. And I'm going to try and keep our lightest area on the side that's got the shine. Oh, I know. I'm happy that Bobby is. I'm happy that Bobby is. Bobby's my like, I love them. I just, yeah, I want Dean is just, I don't want to spoil it for anyone watching, but Dean is wanting to come through so much, isn't he? And you're like, just break on through. But did you see him in his tuxedo on the last episode? Yep. So I'm just, as I said, this is Crimson Red 924, and I am just putting the first colour down. We're going to see what we can do here. So we're making them like cherries, but we're going to have a slight purple tint to them. So we're going to bring our black raspberry in soon. So just for a minute, I'm just concentrating here. And I am just placing in that colour to start with. So keep the side or the edge that has the shine. Chip, how can I help you? Hello. What are you trying to tell me? Hi. Hey. How can I help you, little man? You want to come up here? You have to wait a minute. Wait till I've done the cherries. Then I have got, is the picture and stuff, everything? Is everything all right? We've got raspberry, which is PC1030, and this is just a slightly darker. Now, I'm only going around the edges and fading that in. And I'm pressing quite firm with that crimson, to over the crimson, should I say. So it just darkens up the areas that I want that, you know, that dark. So just ever so slightly around the edging, and your black raspberry is going to be coming next. Okay, then we're going to get our black raspberry. Ah, you got 2 copies. Did you order 2 copies, Robin? You can have a practice one if they've not charged you. Okay. Now I'm going to get my black raspberry, which is PC1095. And I'm going like small amounts. This will give it some depth, but they're very tiny, and I'll put it up to the camera in a minute. So I've just put that around the edging. This, oh my gosh, pencil snap. That's me. Don't worry about me. It just, I do it too sharp and then pencil snaps. All right, and then with my yeah, have a look, Robin. Have a look on your order. I know, Millie. No, he said today. He told me this morning about him having leukemia. That's incredibly sad, isn't it? He's one of the only wrestlers that I will, you know, pay attention to when he watches it. Yeah, he told me it's sad. Sad, it really is. I mean, he's a nice guy. So it's a shame for Roman Reigns. He's a nice guy. Pickle, you don't have to. I know what you're thinking. I can mind read through the computer. Okay, Crimson Red 924, and that is just on the edge. Yeah, I saw about him. That was so sad. I wish him well. I really do. It's awful news when I hear things like that. I hope he can beat it. He had it as a child. He had childhood leukemia, and he beat it then, and now it's back. Die. Yeah, it probably was die. Okay, that's how they're going to come out. Now, you won't pick that up on camera so much, but with your black raspberry around the edge, you will see that on your picture. Being that they are so tiny, you'll see it when I take a picture. You won't see it so much now. So that's how they're going to be. It can pickle, but you know, people are stronger than what they think. So anyone that needs those wishes, those well wishes, they are coming in the abundance load to you all. And I truly, truly wish that everyone, you know, gets better, beats what they need to, and it's just big well wishes to everyone. Robin, what my pencil snapping sharpener? Well, it doesn't. It's me. It's the Swordfish. I think it's like it's a hand crank one. It's a desktop one. It's amazing. But then I'm notorious for putting too much pressure down and doing a pencil snap. So be mindful that when you get them to such a sharp point, they do snap if you put too much pressure like me. So that's why I'm called Pencil Snap Sam. So that's what those are going to be. So we'll say that we're going to write that down, guys. So the cherries are, let's write this down. So cherries, because we'll do them and come back to this bit. Cherries are, I'm going to do PCs, okay, instead of writing the whole, saying the whole thing out. So PC 1010 base 924 1030 and then 1095. So I'll repeat those. 1018 924 1030 and 1095. Snapfish sharpener. Love it. Love it. You're full of them today. I'm loving it. Pickle's on the ball. She is on the ball. Okay, so then these were yellow ochre and Tuscan red. Okay, yellow ochre is so flowers. Because next time we come back, we might come back on Thursday. I'll see how things are at home. So 942 and 937. Yes. Okay, so they will be those. Now, when I come back next time, the cherries, well, we've called them cherries. The cherries and these large flowers are going to be uniformed. These are like glass. I'd say these are glass. So we're going to do them like glass. And then we will do all of this part. And probably what we'll get done next time is finish up the top half. And then we'll do the board that she's on here, the little plank. That's what I was looking for. And the ladder. I think we'll do that. We'll save the background for last because we're going to do, they are ball lights, aren't they? Yeah. So I'm going to do them as glass, like blue glass. And then we'll do all this bottom half on another stream. But so we'll try and get this done in the next 2, I'm going to say 3. However, next Tuesday stream will be Halloween because it's Halloween on Wednesday. So I won't do, even if we've not finished this next Tuesday, we're going to do a different stream on Wednesday, on Tuesday because it's Halloween. And you know, to coincide with that, we're going to do something Halloween-y. Tilly, my lord, what are you saying, lady? Oh my. Oh my. Right. There's no point tweeting nice tweets now after you shouted at the world. Oh my. And that is Tilly's story. I'm just going to get a white Posca a minute. And I'm just going to add in an extra dot. And just reintroduce those ones that I had on her eyes. So I'm just going to... Tilly is at it. Okay, so I'm just adding a few more. I'm a virgin little monster by the sounds of it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so for those of you that are joining and new subscribers, new people that join the live streams, I stream on a Tuesday, 4 p.m. UK time. Susie, I remember that. UK time. I did do a flip through on the previous stream. Okay, so Tuesday, 4 p.m. UK time, Saturday, 4 p.m. UK time, and the occasional Thursdays, 4 p.m. Always at 4 p.m., generally from sort of anywhere between 2 to 4 hours I do, depending on the day and pain and what's going on at home and, you know. So Tuesdays and Saturdays, 4 p.m. UK time, occasional Thursdays. I try to get on two Thursdays a month, although that's not always possible. Sometimes I do more. It all depends. Sometimes I'll do an extra stream, depending on what's going on at home. So I will try to be here on this Thursday. If you don't see me pop up at 4 o'clock, then I'm not going to be around, and I'll be around on Saturday. But I'll be back with this. Now, also, I've got to say, on these little cherries, everyone, so if you're doing these and you're following along, of your white gel pen or your white Posca, those little shines, just put them back in with a Posca pen. So just reintroduce them. And they shall be back in. Stop it, you. It's London time. I had to say it. It's London time. Yeah, no, UK time. Okay, so I think I'll leave it there for now. I'll be back hopefully on Thursday. If not, I'll be back for absolute certain on Saturday at 4 p.m. So we've done this is part one. Because it's done with pencils, we are not going to get this done in any time soon. It's going to be a slow old process, but hopefully an enjoyable one. So we're going to try and mix things up a bit. So I'm going to love you and leave you all there. I will hopefully see you on Thursday. If not, I will see you Saturday for those that you can join. Thank you to everyone that's come on over that is new to the channel. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. So everyone that's new to the channel, thank you so much for coming on over. Thank you everyone for making chat so happy and friendly for everyone. Thank you all ever so much. Dash, thank you so much for the super chat. That was just very greatly appreciated. So thank you so much, everyone. You all have an amazing day wherever you are, night wherever you are, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care, everyone.